So greetings from LSM Academy. So today we are going to check synchronization point in QTP. So what is synchronization point? So sometimes the QTP tool has to wait for some task that is to be completed by the software application. So until that we have to make the QTP to wait for a period of time so that it syncs with the application and performs the script execution. So to perform this synchronization point, so I'm just going to record some operation. Flight, agent name as test, Mercury as password. So I'm just going to make sure that if this particular button is enabled, so until it is enabled it shouldn't perform any operation. So I'm going to just insert synchronization point. So I'm selecting the applications element which is need to be synced with the QTP. So I have selected the flight button and making the enabled property to be true, and I am specifying some period of time second. So I'm expecting the button to be enabled when the flight reservation window opens, but actually the application behavior will not, the button will not be enabled as soon as the flight reservation is opened. Only after filling those details the button will be enabled. But I am making the QTP to sync with respect to this button to be enabled and then proceed with the execution. Suppose if the button is not enabled, the QTP wait for the specified timeout seconds, that is in milliseconds, and then continue to the next step. So I'm clicking on OK. So now the synchronization point is inserted. I'm restoring the flight reservation and just closing out. So when I stop the recording, so when I run this particular operation, so it is going to wait for a particular period of 10 seconds until the button is enabled. So if the button is enabled within this 10 seconds, it would proceed to the next step. Else it would wait for this 10 seconds and continue to the next step. So it wait for some period of time, so at least for 10 seconds to be here. So after that it closes the application. So if you are using synchronization point, so the property true, the expected property is true and the available property value is false. So it waited for some 10 seconds and proceed with the next closing of window flight reservation. So here flight dot wait property is stated as a warning, not as a failure.